marketers really think about security, because security or privacy is really something that probably historically, even now, actually, IT concerns itself more with, right? And you started by saying that it's a marketer-managed system, and there is this fear, if you will, within the organization that marketers will become a runaway train and they're just going to start using data in all sorts of forms because of growth pressures, right? So there is that sort of tendency here from this side, the misuse of data, if you will, which is unlikely to happen, but is a distinct possibility. Now, vis-a-vis privacy, right? So how do you really reconcile that?
Well, I was going to make some snide comment, but yeah, marketers are kind of cavalier about privacy. I mean, that's the real world, right? They have the jobs to do, and they want to do their jobs, and they've been known to, kind of cut some corners, which the regulations will make it a little harder to do. And I, personally, I think that's a good thing. I think that people's privacy should be respected. What we find. There's a couple aspects. This is one reason that corporate IT gets involved, okay, and should get involved. Marketer managed or marketer driven, I think, is the actual definition word. Doesn't mean IT's not involved. They are involved. They control the data anyhow. You can't not have them involved because they're going to give access to the source. It's their responsibility, kind of, to make sure that the marketers don't violate any rules. I mean, that RT really, there are compliance groups, there are other groups in the company that are responsible. At the end of the day, IT is kind of the enforcement arm of that. So that's a good thing, again, because it kind of keeps the marketers under control. The second thing to realize is that when you look at privacy research, there's about a quarter of the populace, at least in the US, that is really privacy concerned. And you ask them, and say, I just never want to share my data with anybody for any purpose, period. About 50% of them say, I really don't care. I'll share it as long as I get something in return, better treatment, specialized offers, whatever it happens to be. So they're willing to make that trade of privacy for value. And then there's another 25% or so who just say, I don't care. I've got nothing to hide. I'll share my data with anybody who wants to see it, because at the end of the day, my life is pretty boring. So you want to deal with those segments all kind of differently, all right? The ones who really care about privacy, you have to respect that. You should respect that. All right? The ones who want kind of a trade, offer them a trade. Offer them some value for that data. Be upfront about it. I mean, that's the most important thing that we get out of rules like GDPR, is that it says the customer has to consent. It doesn't forbid it. It just says they have to make an informed consent. They have to have a real choice.